Hi, this is Reece Healey, and welcome to another Tell Me a Story in 2 Minutes. We're going to continue with our story, Into Thin Air, Chapter 4. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. It was just after lunch when Michael's plane landed in Charlotte-Amalie. Michael was so tired he slept through the entire flight, having skipped the in-flight meal, which he was told by one of the passengers wasn't all that good. It consisted of a garden salad along with chicken, rice, and a small piece of cherry cheesecake. Michael could have gone for the cheesecake, but then again, he could easily grab a much heartier meal once he reached the hotel. As soon as Michael breezed through customs, he grabbed his carry-on and exited the airport to hail a cab. Thankfully, it hadn't been that difficult to get one, as there were swarms of them pulling up the terminal. As he got into the cab, Michael removed his jacket, as it was a comfortable, balmy 75 degrees with a light tropical breeze. It felt nice. Michael could easily live and enjoy this kind of weather year-round. And although his first instinct was to grab his bathing suit and head to the beach, he had to remind himself that he was there to find Christine. Michael immediately checked into the Bunker Hill Hotel, one of the cheaper hotels on the island. The hotel had one restaurant and a pool. As soon as Michael gave the clerk at the front desk his name, another note was handed to him. It read, "Michael, well, it looks like you made it after all. Wow. I must give you credit where credit is due. I cannot believe you took my lead by taking time from your so-called busy schedule by coming all this way to find me. And all the way to St. Thomas, no less. You are a silly man, as there is no way for you to know for sure that it is me who wrote this note. It must be really hard for you not to have any control over the situation, right? Did you love me? Do you love me? Or was our marriage simply a means to control me and to be your perfect little trophy wife?" Michael looked up for a minute, shaking his head. He just couldn't believe what he was reading. This didn't sound like his wife. There's no way in hell she could have written this note. As he continued to read, he was faced with the realization that this so-called mission to find his wife could be a very dangerous one. Whether Christine wrote the note or not, Michael was sure of one thing. He was being toyed with, and that was one thing he didn't like. Let's assume Christine did write the note. Why was she behaving this way? What had Michael done to deserve this? Why the cat and mouse game? With all these thoughts spinning out of control, Michael's heart began to pound, his breathing became shallow, and his knees began to wobble. He couldn't believe it. He was having a full-blown panic attack in the hotel lobby, and while he struggled to sit down, the clerk at the desk quickly grabbed his arm to prevent him from falling. The clerk, a young, attractive, dark-haired girl in her 20s, asked if he was okay. The look on the clerk's face had her wondering if she should call a doctor, but Michael quickly raised his hand in trepidation that he would be fine. He sometimes had these episodes of panic whenever he was in a stressful situation, and although his family physician had suggested 10 milligrams of Cipralex daily, he refused to be dependent on meds. As Michael tried to regain his composure, he continued to read the letter. "So, let's see what great lengths you will go to find me. Let's assume, for argument's sake, you do find me. Are you prepared to take me home to resume our blissful life together?" Again, Michael looked up from the note. He shook his head, bewildered at why the word blissful was quoted. Maybe it was true. My God, what had Michael done wrong? Why was Christine so bitter? "I want you to know that this island is beautiful, and I plan to stay here for a very, very long time. Unless you can give me one good reason why I should come back to you. Let's see how this pans out, Michael." And then it finally occurred to him. Christine did not write this note. In all the years they had been together, never once did Christine ever call him Mike. Now Michael had to consider one unfortunate possibility, that Christine had been taken against her will. But what for? Perhaps Michael didn't know his wife as well as he thought he had. But before he could consider that, Michael looked up and noticed a man a few feet away staring intently at him. The man was about 40, of medium height and weight, with dark hair and eyes. Once Michael made eye contact with him, the man got up and ran out of the hotel. Michael began running after him, heading in the direction of the beach, which was mere feet away. Michael, having been a track star during his school days, was gaining on the man, who kept looking over his shoulder. It only took half a minute for Michael to reach for the man's shoulder and pin him to the ground. The man, clenching his hands to his side, pleaded with Michael not to hurt him. Fortunately, Michael would do no such thing. He had one simple question for the man. Who the hell are you, and what have you done to my wife? The man slowly got up, wiping the sand from his clothes, looked up at Michael, and asked him to follow him to the Box Bar, a cocktail bar not too far away. Once they were seated at the bar, the man would tell him everything. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. Chapter 4. Please stay tuned for the next time for Tell Me a Story in 2 Minutes, where we will resume with Chapter 5. So long.